Nouvelle alerte à l'hôpital Barzilai d'Ashkelon. Une semaine après l'attaque du 7 octobre par les commandos du Hamas, nous sommes retournés sur la route du Néguev, abandonnés aux roquettes palestiniennes, micro ouverts, à la rencontre des habitants d'Ashkelon, Sdérot et Ofakim, où des centaines d'Israéliens ont été froidement abattus en plein Shabbat, veillés d'armes et de larmes avant la tempête de feu et de fer sur Gaza.
You don't seem to worry.
No, I live it from the moment it started, like 15 years ago. So.
We used to get bombs like every week, but the last 2 weeks it was like a blaster. I had like a bomb exploding next to my house, like 50 meters, and my mother's house 30 meters. Actually, I would like them to be dead. The people, Hamas, they need to die. And I don't even care if innocent people will get dead with them. But obviously 2 million people that live there, after we finish with this Hamas, maybe somebody with sense over there, a leader will come up and say, let's build the place and let's make it a nice place to live in. It's not like we need to kill all of them. I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to kill anyone. But people who come to my house and rape my girls and murder them, they need to die. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry.
À 20 km au nord du checkpoint de Gaza, l'hôpital Barzilai, construit au sud de la ville, est en première ligne. 2 roquettes ont ravagé la maternité près du bâtiment de chirurgie orthopédique. Au fil des ans, les Qassams tirés par le Hamas ont gagné en puissance et en portée. Plus de 3500 tubes ont été lancés le 7 octobre, avant l'assaut du commando meurtrier qui fera 1400 victimes civiles et militaires. Bilan plus terrible que le 11 septembre, rapporté à un pays de 9 millions d'habitants.
And a shrapnel cut his artery and broke his bone, and another shrapnel cut another artery in his left leg. He does not hate Arabs. He has a very good relation with them. He thinks the Hamas is a terrible terrorist organization that wants to kill Jews because we are Jews, and that brings terror both to Jews and Arabs, and everyone suffer from the Hamas. You know, we are fighting for our lives even before this country was started, and we have nowhere to go. This is our land, and we will be here. We will be here. We wish to be here with peace, but we will always be strong enough to defend ourselves.
Au rez-de-chaussée du bâtiment central, voisins et volontaires se retrouvent à toute heure à l'entrée des urgences, protégés des roquettes du Hamas, qui se dit le libérateur de l'entité sioniste. Les ambulances et les équipes de bénévoles sont prêtes à partir H24. En face, un buffet alimenté par des dons venus du monde entier, aides-soignants et médecins à garder le moral et la confiance en Hachem et Mouna pour les Hébreux. Ici, comme dans tous les pays en guerre, la foi aide à surmonter les épreuves, la peur et la mort qui peut frapper à tout instant.
In the last 10 days, more than 1,500 rockets were shot on Ashkelon where we are. 2 missiles hit the hospital. When there is a rocket shooting at us, we have between 15 to 30 seconds to run to a hidden place and think about our life. Nobody really knew what's happening. And then while approaching Ashkelon, you see the rockets coming from Gaza towards you.
Dans les ruines de la maternité bombardée par le Hamas, des éclats d'obus jonchent le sol. L'un d'eux s'est planté dans le mur du bureau du docteur Lubowski, en traversant sa fenêtre au 4e étage du bâtiment central, où son QG était ouvert jour et nuit, après le drame, pour gérer les urgences.
Usually on regular time, we are instructed to stop the car and find a hidden place outside the car. But I knew I had a gunshot patient on his way to the operating room. While approaching the hospital, there were messages coming in the WhatsApp telling there are shooting all over. There are shootings of terrorists in the main road to the hospital. So luckily we got in, and I ran to the operating room, meeting 2 residents on the way. And there was a soldier with a bullet. So we started treating him, and then I realized the situation in the emergency department. I got there, was completely full, and there were more than 30 or 40 patients filling the beds of the emergency department, many of them of soldiers with gunshot wound. There are no x-rays, there is no other support, there is shortage of nurses, and they were coming and coming and coming. Most of them that had gunshot wound had a tourniquet that they put in the field to block bleeding. And our first job was to open the tourniquet because we want to save the limb. And the soldiers were really heroes, you know. They were not shouting. They were not complaining. They had tourniquet on their leg. They were smiling to us. Some of them were treated, you know, even without painkillers because there was such a rush. I opened a tourniquet and there was a blood stream coming to the ceiling. It was clear there is an artery damage that in every other situation we'd go very fast into our operating room to be fixed. But you realize the vascular surgeon is fully occupied in the OR and there is no empty OR to do this surgeries. In the first few hours, we became a field hospital that managed more than 250 patients in less than 6 to 8 hours. It was clear we cannot do surgeries to all the people who needs to have surgeries. I had to make tough decisions.
Welcome to hell. C'est en ces termes que le docteur Tomer accueille la relève aux urgences après le carnage du 7 octobre. En quelques heures, l'hôpital a vu surgir près de 300 blessés par balle. Les équipes sont débordées. Ni rayon X, ni nurse, ni renfort. À midi, les frigos manquaient de place pour entasser les cadavres.
There's so many casualties,
But never like this.
but never like that.
Also, we are used to dealing with blast wounds, with people who are injured from shrapnels, but never have we had
With
people
machine
where
guns.
Every men, women, and
So-
children gunned down by machine gun. Never seen anything like this. Never.
Never. And what happened is because there are kidnapped civilians as well, and nobody at that time know if their son or daughter are kidnapped or injured. So at the noontime, many citizens came, mothers, fathers, sons, asking for names, for pictures, and start going over all the patients that hospitalized to see if this is him or not. And you need
We had to be father, mother,
as well,
psychologists.
and act them and take them to other place, and you know, and that's without saying many deaths as well. So
On arrival.
on
Dead
arrival,
Dead on arrival. Already dead.
and you need to put them aside, and the family are coming, and they are really little children and ladies.
Les emergency rooms sont pleines à craquer, de patients et de sang. Les médecins sont débordés, plus de fils de suture ni painkillers. Victimes et familles se croisent, les soldats restent dignes et souffrent en silence.
We have actually a doctor that lives in around Gaza, and he said he was hearing gunshot wounds from his window. Most of the day we actually thought he died until he messaged us later that day, thank God. But that's how we found out that something different is happening, that like armed terrorists invaded the border and started shooting people in their homes, children, and this is what we started getting to this door. Children there and adults here, and they all of the air was filled with gunshot wounds. Everything with blood. It was insane. It was like
We ran out of external fixation and suturing material at like noontime. At noontime at that morning, we ran out of everything. Take the bigger hospital in the world, it won't fit with that, because 300 casualties, open wound, children and all.
We didn't have room in the fridges to put the bodies. That's how bad it was.
Les rumeurs affolent les réseaux sociaux, infos et intox, bébés décapités, brûlés dans un four, femmes éviscérées, la guerre des images sur un plateau. Mais au bloc, pas de fake news.
Welcome to hell. That's what I told people who just arrived when I was here
On
already.
Saturday.
Yes, on
last
Saturday.
week.
I told them, welcome to hell. because I cannot keep saying that this happened and people say it didn't happen, like if they weren't here. We saw it. I saw it. I didn't hear about it. I saw it. It happened. Okay? It didn't happen in the parking lot. It happened in their homes. And they were brought here. So what do I think? I don't know what I think. It will take years for me to contemplate my thoughts about this. I think it's not much different from the Holocaust, really.
Tell him about your imagination when you saw your children.
Okay. It's very private, but I agree. I think it's important. I've seen so much horror that I was lying in bed and my children were with me in bed, and I looked at my child and I actually imagined her dead. I looked at her and I had to do like this. I was alone, everyone was sleeping, and I was doing like this because I was imagining her dead. I have images of this horror show. I don't know what world can make someone put a grenade in a baby's cradle, or throw a grenade at children, or shoot a baby in the head next to his mother, or stab a pregnant woman in the belly and laughing.
You saw that?
I didn't see that. I saw a video of it. Okay,
But
specifically, that event I saw a video of, but the rest, yeah, the children were here, so they arrived here, most dead, so and many of them, so yeah. What else?
I think
It's insane.
the words cannot describe the emotion and the feeling and what we felt and what we are feeling right now.
You asked me about the horror I felt when I saw the children. Like, I don't even think about the horror I felt when I think about this. I think about the horror of this 5-year-old child. The few seconds of his life that he sees his family gunned down before he dies at home, that's what I think about the horror that 5-year-old child had. The few last seconds of his life were in total fear of confusion and not understanding, and then getting a bullet to his head.
Chacun sait ici que les bombardements de Tsahal sur la bande de Gaza vont faire de très nombreuses victimes civiles. Le juste prix à payer pour les uns en représailles des 1400 morts. Une fuite en avant aventureuse pour les autres, sans horizon diplomatique, poussée par l'intérêt personnel d'un Netanyahou aux abois après un échec militaire sans pareil au sud pour protéger les colonies de ses alliés sionistes ultra-religieux en Cisjordanie. Aujourd'hui Israël, demain l'Europe.
You even feel guilt. This is how twisted it is. That you and happy that it wasn't you and your family. It's horrible.
The issue that I want to raise is the craziness of this kind of terrorist. Peace is right, but in many places in Europe there are this kind of terrorists that live and just wait for the right moment. And the right moment are there, and it could be an hour from now or tomorrow morning in Paris or in Marseille or in Berlin. This is a concept which are very bizarre of several groups in the world, like thinking different, as human life are not important, not their children, not the other family, and not you as a citizen.
It's not about being an Arab or a Muslim. I think it's about having a certain type of opinion and a way you envision the world, and being a fanatic. That's it. It's not everyone, obviously. All of the Arabs that I know, that I befriend with, and my colleagues are amazing people, amazing doctors, very kind, very happy, and they treat the Jewish community that come here. Of course, I also have children, I'm afraid, and I hope they will have a better future than our current present, and the children that suffered there in near Gaza. But we are optimistic. We have to be optimistic, otherwise.
These terrorists are thousands or millions in all over Europe and Middle East and Asia, and I hope that we'll wake up and understand that we need to take out this this illness. You can cover your eyes and not see that. But if you are wise enough, you will see that. And I hope the politician will have the courage to take this infection from the society.
Divisée sur les affaires intérieures, la société civile israélienne a retrouvé un semblant d'unité autour du gouvernement de crise. Neutraliser les brigades Izaldin al-Qassam du Hamas, son armée de terroristes et de proxy du djihad islamiste palestinien et les supplétifs du Hezbollah pro-iranien sont à l'ordre du jour. Mais l'embrasement du Proche-Orient n'est souhaité par personne et la libération des otages reste la priorité des Israéliens unis derrière leur drapeau.
We postponed our feelings of the mass murder, the brutality, the terror, the try to make us feel unsafe, as we always feel we have the strongest army in the world, and the strongest intelligence, and it's clear we will learn the lesson of how it happened, how it shouldn't happen again. I was 4 years old when the 73 war happened, where my father was a physician in the army, you know, and it feels the same. Yes, we know nobody will be able to destroy Israel. We are strong, but the feeling of suddenly insecure, of being surprised is new. But we will recover. We have no other place to go.
Au doute qui a suivi l'attaque surprise du Hamas, succèdent la colère et la quête de vengeance. Pour la plupart des médecins du Barzilai Hospital, le responsable se cache en Palestine. Il porte un nom, l'islamisme.
Do not confuse the facts. We have nothing about Muslims. We feel very close to our Palestinians, and in so many aspects we work together. We eat the same food. We hear very close music. We can have very good lives here. I think most of the Palestinians in Gaza are captured by the Hamas, but I don't think all those women and children and young people in Gaza are born to hate us. We will clean Gaza from their terror, because there is no other solution. Because otherwise we cannot sleep safely in our home, and this is what they wish us to do.
Israël se relèvera et ne sera pas le dernier à subir les attaques suicides des islamistes. La plupart des médecins ici l'affirment. La France et l'Europe doivent se préparer à des temps difficiles.
I will tell you something more. The hypocrites in the Western world can close their eyes until crazy fanatic Muslims will knock on their door. I would love to see the reaction of those people in Europe when children and women would be murdered because they do not fulfill the crazy, fanatic, brainwashed Muslims are treating. I would advise the people of Europe to wake up, to protect yourself, because it's not a Jewish, Muslim, Islamic issue anymore. How many Jews are in the world? How many Jews are in Europe? They will attack Christianity. They will attack the values of freedom, the values of democracy, the values of equality. This is what they are attacking. This is how we live. This is what happened in the music festival. It was a mixture of young people celebrating music. The complete difference from fanatic religious who doesn't let anyone do what they want, who doesn't let women walk without a hijab. We wish everyone will have a good life, but nobody will kill Jews. We are ready to sacrifice some of ourselves and some of our beloved sons to protect ourselves.
Au service néonatalité, les infirmières ont vu passer les enfants des kibboutz décimés. Des chérubins rescapés et indemnes, mais désormais orphelins. Au cœur du drame, comme un signe du destin, elles ont aussi trouvé quelques raisons d'espérer.
I wanted to show you twins from נתיב העשרה. The mother came in the preterm labor on the week 33. They are too small, and it wasn't just one on the same day that it's all the war is begun. The father was in the home, and the babies with the mother were here, and he couldn't connect to the mother and to the baby. That was hospitals here, and it was terrible because of the warnings, because of everything. It was. They come visit babies and they go because all Nativ Dasara and they are in Tel Aviv, I think, all the kibbutz. Many other parents not alive. Many other people are not in the lives. I don't know to tell you the numbers, but too much. One child not. It's impossible to think about one child that kill him, but how many? I'm sorry.
Il est temps de laisser les équipes médicales d'Ashkelon. Avec une pensée pour ce courageux médecin arabe israélien que la direction nous a empêchés de rencontrer en nous faisant expulser de l'hôpital par des gros bras menaçants. Gazaoui chassé par la guerre, il ne verra plus sa famille à Ramallah où il est condamné à mort par le Hamas pour avoir pactisé avec les Juifs. Et pour ces chirurgiens de Gaza qui à leur tour voient le pire, cette fois au péril de leur vie sous les bombes israéliennes qui ont déjà tué près de 5000 enfants. La paix est un combat sans frontières.